Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in South Florida, sunny South Florida, in Miramar, Pembroke Pines, Florida, with the Flanagan Falcons and Everglades Gators. This is high school football primetime presented by the KDA Foundation. We're in Falcon Stadium, Pembroke Pines, Florida. I am Ryan Stout alongside Glenn Stout. How you doing, Glenn?
I'm doing great. You know, it's nice to be up in this stadium. Came down from last week over at Pompano, Ely Northwestern game, and we'll be back down in Miami tomorrow. Next week, we'll be covering Booker T. Washington again, but it's great to be out here with these Falcons. Finally get a chance. I was out on the field to see this young Ryan Stanley, junior, at a Falcons on the Falcons. It's really lighting it up. This young man threw for over 2,000 yards his sophomore year, and this year he's on another track to get 2,000 plus this year. And they're going up against Coach Bush, against Coach Taylor, Everglades' second year, Coach Bush's first year here at Flanagan. It's going to be an exciting game, Ryan.
It is. We are excited to be here. I actually had the opportunity to come down to Flanagan and Everglades this week and hang out with the team. Hung out with Coach Bush, hung out with Coach Taylor. It's great to see Coach Taylor back on the field. He was at Cooper City 2 years ago, and what a strong team they have. A bunch of juniors and a bunch of seniors that, by Coach Taylor, says all they got to do is believe in the system, and they can fly high. When you see Flanagan Falcons, you see a young team full of sophomores, full of juniors, and a bunch of impact players that are young as well, and they are up and coming in the ranks. Ranked number 1 in the 8A district, had a great win over Cypress Bay a couple weeks back. And big game coming up, district game tonight against Everglades, the Gators, and another big district game. The biggest one, I think, will be for them is Miramar High School, which did beat St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah, that will be a big game, Ryan. And, looking at some of these stats of this game, doing some of this homework on these two teams, they're pretty evenly matched, although you can say that the Falcons are obviously undefeated. And they're powered by this young quarterback, this young gun, Ryan Stanley. He's got 72 attempts and 45 completions for 602 yards. He already has 9 touchdowns. And this year he's throwing to a bunch of receivers, man. He spreads that ball out. He actually gets that ball to Bradley Martin, who's got 9 receptions for 131 yards. Bradley averages 14.6 yards and 2 touchdowns. Christopher Keel, he gets 4 receptions. And then there's Emily Spence, 12 receptions, 117 yards, 9.8 average, and 2 touchdowns. Robert Foy, he's got a touchdown. Christopher Neely's got a touchdown. And Keith Coffey's got a touchdown. Now, that is impressive stuff. To be able to, a young man like that, to really, he's making his key reads, and he's making the right plays and the right decisions. He only has 2 interceptions, not bad. What the Falcons got to do is not fumble the ball tonight. They fumbled it 6 times already this season, and they've lost it 3 times. And most importantly, they've got a ton of penalties, 35 penalties for 332 yards. That's outrageous. On the Gator side, on Everglades, they've got a quarterback over there by the name of Elric Ruff. He has only got 30 attempts and 8 completions and 2 touchdowns with 1 interception. So obviously, Coach Taylor is a run offense. They've got 62 rushes for 322 yards and 27 first downs. On the passing yardage, only 101. So they're going to be trying to grind it today, so it'll be a good test. The Everglades come in with a win against South Broward. Then they got beat by Cardinal Gibbons. They won against Hollywood Hills. Western they won, and then they lost last week in a big one against Cypress Bay. And again, like I said, Ryan, the Flanagan Falcons come in here undefeated, and it should be an exciting show. And I'm really looking forward to watching this Ryan Stanley.
Oh, yes, sir. It is a beauty tonight. Great weather. Thought the sun was going to be in our eyes, but it is a great overcast. Didn't cool down as much as we thought it would be. But, yeah, we had the opportunity to hang out with both of these teams, not only this season, but we actually had the chance to see these Flanagan Falcons play in the Elite 7v7 tournament this summer. And I'll tell you what, after 3 tournaments, the Dirty South 1, the Dirty South 2, and the Dirty South 3, this team is determined. It is young, it is determined, and I love the fact that you got 2 completely opposite offenses. You got a passing team with the Falcons and the Gators. They're going to grind it on the ground all day long, so it should be real interesting what kind of schemes they come up with for this game coming up. So it should be interesting.
Well, we're getting ready for the kickoff, and we're going to go into the national anthem right now. And yeah, I'm excited to be down here in Pembroke Pines. It's the first time that we've been down here to broadcast a game. We're going to be doing some academic mentoring with the Falcons soon. And if you're a coach, a player, or a parent that wants KDA, Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation, academic mentoring in your school, let us know. info@kdafoundation.org. So we're going to stand in silence for the national anthem. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Everglades Gators come in town to play the Falcons, who are undefeated and #1 in 8A competition. Let's get ready to rumble as these teams take the field. We're ready. I hope you're ready. And if there's anything that you need or we need to do better for you, let us know. Let us know at information@hspnsports.com. You're watching high school primetime Friday night game of the week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Flanagan Falcons against the Everglades Gators.
Undefeated, #1 in the district. This is going to be a great matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And as they come out, just a reminder, this is high school football primetime presented by the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. Stick with us.
Seconds take a knee. He's going to snap, punt it. He's at the 50, to the 40. He's out his feet. Oh my goodness! To the 40. He's out his feet. Oh my goodness! Holy cow!
You're watching high school football on HSPN. And we are back. South Florida football all over your system. We got #1 in the district, Flanagan Falcons versus the Gators. Let's see what they can do. Friday Night Lights, we are fired up in this booth right now. I hope you're fired up behind your system right now.
Well, it looks like the Falcons have won the toss and decided to kick off, and they want to go on defense. They want to see what these Gators have on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. Let's see what these 5-0 Falcons have in the District 8A and this young Ryan Stanley. Let's get ready to rumble. Gotta love the announcer. PA is fired up too. We love it.
I love it. High school football, it doesn't get much better than this.
We're in a booth tonight too with air conditioning. We are prime time. That's a high kick. Back to the 1 yard line. He's going to let him run it out. Brings it out to about the 20, 15 yard line.
And with the Gators receiving the ball, introduce some of the impact players. Impact player of the game, Xavier Love, #3. coming in at 5'10", 180 pounds, class of 2015. You know his hometown, running back, linebacker. What an athlete he is. He is undeclared. He's got great vision, toughness, and durability. We are excited to see what Xavier does tonight on the football field.
Well, here they go. They're lining up. Single back in the backfield.
And it was interesting. When I went out to practice, quarterback Elric Ruff, number 8 for the Gators, he was icing down his foot while I was at practice, and they actually were in the gym. It was raining, and unfortunately he didn't get that one practice in this week, but I'm glad to see him out here starting today.
Well, you got Xavier in the backfield, 3 backs in the backfield. He's going to drop back and run a screen right off jump. Runs it up the middle, and boy, he's taken down and hit hard.
Big hit. Way to stay in there. Number 94 on the tackle.
Actually about 1 yard on the game, and that's about it.
94, Richard Clausen. Defensive end on the play. I'm excited to see what this defense brings up to this game. Coach Devin Bush, absolutely defensive player. They'll have some great schemes.
Xavier's going to throw it to the right side again. He's going to be sacked back there. Wow. Number 23 makes the sack. That's Joshua Metellus.
Let's introduce some more of our impact players. Cantrell Burden on the defense side of the ball. Coming in 6 foot 190, class of 2015. Should see an interesting game from this young man right here tonight.
Elric's going to throw it again out to the wide out. Hit immediately by a host of Gators.
It's interesting to see. We were just talking about how much a running team they are, and they come out and they throw it. That's great to see. I'm glad to see they're changing it up. Wasn't very successful.
It's like one of the players that hit him was Crispin Lee, number 3. There was a host of other ones.
And that'll be 3 and out.
Gators are back to punt.
Not a way to start out the beginning of the game, but hey, we'll see what the Falcons can do with the ball.
Bringing in Ryan Stanley. It's going to bounce back to him. He gets the punt off a low driver. Down here in the middle of the field. Not very much.
And if you didn't notice, the quarterback, Elric, number 8, is also the punter. Wasn't a very good snap. We'll give it to him that time, but like to see the quarterback. He's out there. He's all around the field.
He's the punter and the kicker. Elric plays a lot of hats. Actually, he had the winning field goal a couple of weeks ago. Well, Ryan Stanley brings the ball out inside the 50-yard line. He'll make it to 44. High set in the backfield. They're going to shift into an empty set. He's under center. He's going to throw a quick slant to the outside. It's incomplete. Tried to get a quick one out there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 yards.
Pass was number 15 on the play. Incomplete.
That was to Chris Keel, number 15 for the Falcons. Quick throw to the outside. Ryan's going to come under center again with a high back. Single coverage down here on the bottom with cover 2. They're going to split out to another empty set. He's got single coverage, cover 2 in the middle. He's going to throw a quick one over the middle this time and right off the receiver's hands. Number 12, that's Bradley Martin. That was a hard throw.
And after going to practice this week, I actually had a chance to talk to Bradley. I asked him what one of his goals were for this game. And he told me that some of his goals, whenever he comes into a game, he at least wants 2 touchdowns. I said, well, okay, you owe me 2.
There you go. That's 14 points.
You owe me 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 10. Single back in the backfield, trips to the bottom side. Single coverage on the top. Stanley's under center. He's back to throw again. He's looking down. His post pattern's wide open.
And he's got the arm to do it. I watched this kid during practice. I've seen him check out his highlight tape. This kid will drop back and he will sling that thing.
Well, Ryan, there was 2 or 3 passes right there that should have been caught. And it's not Stanley's fault. The receivers have to make those catches.
Well, let's get back to these impact players on the Gators side. 1 more impact player, or 2 more impact players for the night. Richard Williams on the offensive line, 6'3", 265, class of 2015. Very smart. Actually had him on the High School Sports Review. He was looking to transfer to Hialeah High School. Ended up staying with the Everglades.
Well, snaps back. Good snap. Kicks it straight up in the air. It's not going to go far.
Nice bounce.
Gets it inside to about the 15-yard line.
And let's head over to the Falcon side of the ball. Impact players for tonight. Ryan Stanley, quarterback number 7. Had the chance to see him right there. Coming in 6'2", 185 pounds, class of 2015. Like I said, I asked Coach Bush, I said, what are some of his traits? Arm strength, footwork, accuracy. As you can see at the bottom, some of the schools that are interested in Ryan Stanley. It should be a great game and a great season for him tonight.
Elrich's back. He gives it off. He's hit immediately in the backfield. Wow.
And there's the monster, the baby monster, Devin Bush Jr. Wow, you talk about coming in at 5'11", 200 pounds, one of our impact players for the night, and he's only a sophomore, class of 2016. He got schools, he's getting some letters. I asked him, you get any offers yet? And he said no. But some interest, Georgia, Ohio State, Rutgers. Aggressive, smart, very smart player, and Coach said he's a sideline-to-sideline type player. So that's what you're looking to see tonight out of this young man.
Well, Elric is back to pass. It's 3rd down and long, and he's almost sacked again. He's scrambling out, throwing it over here to the right side, and it's thrown over ahead. Bring up. It's 3rd down and 13. Both schools coming out. Everglades on the sheets are a running game.
Yeah.
A running team, excuse me, and all of a sudden they come out and they run one run, and the rest have been passes.
Well, this isn't Coach Taylor's first rodeo. He's been around the block a couple times, and I know he knows Coach Bush well enough to understand that if they're a running team, they're going to prepare a running defense. So why not come out and throw the ball around a little bit? But at the same time, you got to be successful. And getting our last impact player for the Falcons, Mr. Imani Spence, number 81, 6'3", 190 pounds, class of 2015. Great hands, explosive, and awareness. And this kid, wow, what a great player, what a great student. Had a chance to hang out with him, practice the other day, and just very, very aggressive coming off the ball. Looking forward to seeing what he's going to do tonight.
Just had a personal foul. They had the ball brought out on an automatic 1st down. They got a running play off the right-hand side. While you're showing those impact players, they just walked off a 10-yard penalty, and it gives the Gators a 1st down out to the 25-yard line. It looks like a Gator is down, and yes, there is one down, and as they take a timeout, we're going to take a break too. You're watching High School Sports on Hspn, brought to you by Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. Stay with us.
High School Game Day brought to you by HSPN, High School Production Network. The High School Production Network is the #1 high school sports broadcast network in the nation, bringing you high school sports and events by the high school student for the high school student. HSPN is in place to provide internships for all high school students that have a passion for broadcasting. HSPN is providing opportunities for students to use their passion to not only pursue a great college education, but to endure real-life experiences through a viable entity. To find out more information on HSPN, check us out at www.hspnsports.com.
We're back to live action. Elric under center. He's got a man in motion. He's going to pitch it out here to the right side. Takes it up the middle off tackle. Picks up maybe 2 or 3 yards. We'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 yards remaining.
And while the Gators are on offense, let's introduce this Gator offense. You got an O-line. some seniors, some big seniors. Nigel Kemp, DeAndre Jones, some big guys up in center that are going to hopefully plow this defensive line, and maybe we'll see some action with the running game tonight.
Well, it's about 3rd down and 7. Whistles are blowing. The referee is calling a referee timeout. We'll see what they're calling here.
Let's check out the wide receiving core for the Gators offense. Wide receivers, Tommy Spencer, Jr., senior Simon Burhan, and you got a sophomore out there as well, Corell Evans, wide receiver number 81.
Will Elrick's in an empty set with a man in motion. He's going to step back, drop back to throw. He's looking to his left-hand side. He does it, throw it down here. It's picked off by number 8. He may take it to the end zone. He's down inside. Touchdown.
Number 8. That is Mark Bruno, senior, standing at 5'10", 170 pounds. It doesn't matter. He's taking it to the house. I love it. I love to see that early on in the game. It is great to see defensive scores in the game.
Wow. That was quick too, Ryan.
That was.
Elrick looked to his left the whole way. And I'll tell you, Mark Bruno was reading his eyes. He threw it over there, a little blooper, and threw it right to Bruno, and Bruno took it in. About 25 yards for a pick 6.
I love it. I love to see it, and it's funny to see the defense. It's always nice to see the defense score before the offense. It gives them a little motivation, like, hey, let's get this thing together. Defense is scoring, offense has got to get some points on the board as well.
Great turnover. You can see Bruno on the sideline.
Great play by Bruno. And didn't get a chance to introduce the whole offense, so we'll go into running backs. For the Gators, Xavier Love, one of our impact players, and Demetrius Whitehead, also one of our impact players for tonight's game. Keep an eye on these guys. You don't want to miss them. Great players, great student athletes. Would love to have them at your university.
Kick is up. The kick is good.
It's good. We got 7 on the board for the Falcons.
Yes, we do. And Bruno's down there on the sideline, getting ready to go back out. Coach give him congratulations. Bring that ball back out here to the 30-yard line and get ready to kick it back to the Gators and see what they can do.
And we got one more player. Almost got through the whole thing. One more player on the offense for the Gators. Elric Ruff. You've seen him out here throwing the ball around, running, scrambling away from that pressure, that offensive line. They got to get something right because he can't be running all over the place tonight. Don't know if he was out due to an injury at practice this week, but it will be a long night for this Gator offense if they don't step up.
They certainly will, especially when those receivers start catching Stanley's ball, because Stanley's thrown it right in the breadbasket a couple times, and those receivers start making receptions, and they're going to be taken to the paint too.
Absolutely. Oh, Flanagan Falcons on the board. Everglades 0. District game. This is for respect. This is for reputation. This is for whatever you're going to call it. But this isn't playtime anymore. This is strictly business. You want to get to the playoffs, you want to get to the state championship, you got to go through these guys. And it looks like Flanagan Falcons are starting off for a good chance.
Kick is taken up.
Oh.
Brought down about the 38-yard line. Nice return. It was number 11.
And as this
Gators
Falcon defense
Kelvin Marion
gets back out on the field, let's go to some of. Let me introduce their players. That is the Gator defense you see right there. Let's go over. Let's find it. There we are. We got the Falcons front 4. Desmond Mitchell, D-line number 54, 6'3", 250. This kid is wreaking havoc. We got Clay Lane, Richard Clausen, and Deontay Williams starting for the Falcons defensive line tonight.
Elric gives it off around the right-hand side to number 3, Xavier Love. He picks up about 3 yards, but at least they saw a little bit of sunshine.
Linebackers for the Falcons. Omar Castillo, Dante Brown, as you saw, Devin Bush and Natron Ray, linebacker number 6, had a couple of these guys on the show a couple weeks ago. If you haven't tuned in, you need to check out Hspn Sports on YouTube. You'll be able to see those kids at Three Chicks Pizza. Thanks, shout out actually to Three Chicks Pizza for the support of our KDA kids, providing us with the opportunity to do our high school sports review. And what a great opportunity it is to have those kids out there in front of the camera. And now we get them on tonight.
Second down and about 7 yards. Their bunched offense gives it off to the right-hand side again. Bunch of people in that pile up. That's number 3 again, Xavier Love. He picks up maybe another 2 yards, pushes that pile forward to about 3 yards remaining, 4 yards, about 3 yards remaining for the 2 yards remaining for the first down.
Xavier Love, impact player of the game, running back, linebacker. You may see him on both sides tonight, but this kid will rack up some numbers. What an athlete to play on both sides of the ball. And we'll see what he's got tonight. Flanagan's defense, they are one to reckon with. So,
well, there's a timeout on the field. As they take a timeout, folks, Wood 2 will take a timeout. This game is brought to you by Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. Stay with us. This is HSPN.
You're watching high school football on HSPN. This timeout was brought to you by Smart Programs. Smart Programs are free academic mentoring and sports training camps. Smart Programs provide awareness seminars, tutoring, and training, including certified teachers, coaches, role models, and community leaders. Available for local schools and organizations. www.kdafoundation.org.
Back to live football. It's third down and 2 yards. Got Elric bring his ball players up in a tight set. Gives the ball right off tackle. And he's going to pick up the first down. Looks like it was number 2, Demetrius Whitehead on the run. Picks up that first down. It'll bring the ball out very close to the 50-yard line.
Demetrius, impact player of the night, number 2, 5'9", 180 pounds. Running back, free safety. You'll see him on both sides of the ball. Instinctive, disruptive, and a great tackler, his coaches said. But hey, we get to see him run around a little bit tonight, which is good.
Hand off to him again. Number 3 this time, coming around the right-hand side. Xavier Love picks up about 6 or 7. Looks like, Ryan, they're softening up that defensive line a little bit.
I like to see it. Hopefully what they're trying to do is get that Falcon defense to start respecting the run, and maybe they can go back to some of that passing.
Well, it'll absolutely keep Stanley off the field. That running game brings up second down and 3 yards. Elric brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. He's coming back to left-hand side. Big hit on the inside for that ball.
They are
That's
swarming.
number 6 that came in first. Natron Ray. That's a DN. 5'10", 228 pounds. It looks like he almost took the handoff, Ryan.
Yeah. Natron, great player, young player. Also, I believe he's a sophomore.
Just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up third down and about 4 yards.
Introduce some of these DBs on the Falcons. Crispin Lee, number 3. Devin Gill, I love it, sophomore. Joshua Metellus, sophomore, 5'10", 165 pounds. I love seeing these young guys out here.
Ball's given off tackle again. A big hit down here. Wow, nice tough run. That picks up another first down. That's number 2, Demetrius Whitehead. He picks up about 8-9 yards, and that's a first down, Ryan.
Well, you're going to hear a lot of his name tonight. These 2 guys, Coach, I asked Coach Art, I said, hey, I need 3 impact players tonight. He goes, I'll give you 4. And you are looking at 2 of the top impact players for Everglades tonight, and you're going to see a lot more of them this upcoming season.
It will definitely take time off the clock and keep Stanley off the field.
The more you keep him off the field, the better chance you have of winning.
There goes number 3, Xavier Love again. Picks up about 5 yards. Brings up second down and 5.
Got the cheerleaders out here. I love the interaction. I asked the athletic director, I said, is this a homecoming game? It's absolutely not. It's next week.
Well, they've got the pink up, and so this month they're celebrating fighting cancer, and they've got pink balloons everywhere, which is really nice to see.
It is.
They're going to throw the ball out to the right-hand side, a little throw out pattern. Picked up about 4 yards right in front of the marker. Very close to the first down.
I believe that's number 10 on the reception. Simon Burhan. No, excuse me.
Tommy Spencer. That'll bring up third down and about 3 yards.
Well, they got a good drive going. What will they do? That is the question. Will this Falcons defense live up to what they say they are?
Tight offense, gives it off tackle again. Picks up about 4 yards.
Now, I'm not too sure the Falcons have seen this kind of offense this year.
That's number 31. That's a new running back. Sabine Ruff. Gets a first down for the Falcons. I'm sorry, for the Gators. Give is going to be off tackle again. Another one of those sweeps. That time it was Love.
Going to run all over the place tonight.
Picks up another 4 yards. Hey, you get 4 yards, you'll score.
You will. 4 score. I remember that from a long time ago. But it is good to see. Hey, they're going to put up a fight. You got the Falcons defense standing out in the first quarter. And you got the Gator offense finally finding some type of rhythm. They came out throwing the football, which was unexpected by all of us. And they came out here, and now they're running the ball. And, hey, do what you know.
Gators are down to the 20-yard line. It's a great drive. They're running the clock down inside a minute in the quarter. And doing a little window dressing. I don't know. They got the clock running, but you got players coming in and off the field. You've got second down at about 5 yards. Man in motion. Gives off tackle again. Big hole, gaping hole. First down. Gators. Just at about the 11-yard line. Nice hole.
Yeah, and I believe that's a new running back as well.
Running that clock.
That was number 31 again, wasn't it? Ruff.
Yes, it was. Big fullback. They may not get this one off. We'll see. Give us to the big boy up the middle. Big yardage. He's still moving the pile. That was number 2 on the run, Demetrius Whitehead. That probably will be the last play of the first quarter, and they're down inside 10-yard line, and they're going to bring it all the way to the other end. As they bring it to the other end, we'll take a quick break. This is Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation, folks, bringing you high school primetime Friday night game of the week. Everglades Gators against the Flanagan Falcons on Hspn.
High school football prime time presented by the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. The KDA Foundation is a 501c3 non-for-profit youth organization that specializes in empowering communities and providing opportunities for academic and athletic growth. We address vital issues concerning transitional phases of primary and secondary education through sports and academic advisory camps, health and wellness programs, and athletic scholarships, grant, and aid assistant programs for college. To find more information, check us out at www.kdafoundation.org. You're watching high school football on Hspn.
Well, we're back out to live action out here at Flanagan Stadium, Falcon Stadium. The Falcons are up 7-0. We're starting the second half, Ryan. My goodness, we came up to see a a gunslinger, and the gunslinger has been on the sideline because Coach Taylor is ball control with that offense and doing one heck of a job.
And the defense has stepped up for the Falcons, and it's not unexpected by this defense. You got Coach Devin Bush over there, outstanding defensive coach. He actually had an opportunity to see his son, Devin Bush Jr. Was he the one that scored first? No, he didn't score first.
No, it was a pick six by Bruno.
By Bruno, okay, yes. Yeah, they. I'm excited to see, they've been talking about it all week. I got to hang out with Ryan. I got to hang out with some of these impact players, and they're excited. I know they got some goals.
Well, you've got Elric back in backfield with Whitehead and Love, and there's going to be another timeout on the field. I guess
reintroduce these impact players. If you're just tuning in with us now, for the offensive side of the ball, Ryan Stanley, one of the impact players of tonight's game, number 7, standing at 6'2", got some great height. Had an opportunity to check him out this week. If you follow us on Vine, Hspn Sports, got to see a little bit of footage of him at practice. And quarterback to quarterback, got a very strong arm. Definitely will play at the next level, and some slight things that they'll probably change at the next level with his throwing motion. I mean, once you got it, you got it. You don't want to change it too much, but I'm sure that he drops the ball a little bit before he throws it. They'll tell him to get it up high, but hey, he's winning games, so you can't say too much. So, great quarterback. We're excited to see him come out today.
Elric gives it around the left-hand side of Whitehead. He may be close to the touchdown. He's inside the 5-yard line. Looks like he's got a first down. Down inside about the 1-yard line. And it is enough for a first down.
You can see number 11 out there, Devin Bush Jr., number 11, 5'11", 200 pounds as a sophomore. You look at him, and you can see the baby face, but this kid has not grown into his body yet, and we're excited to see what he does in the future.
Bangs the ball up the middle. There's got to be a score. I'm looking for it. There it is.
Touchdown.
Pounds the ball in. That is old school football.
Hey, it works. They drove. How far was that drive? Gosh, they drove all the way down the field. Great drive by the Gators offense. This defense, they've been talking about, they've been preparing all week long for these Gators, and it looks like they didn't come up successful. Gators
tie it up.
First points on the board. Let's see if they get this extra point.
Yeah, if they get the extra point, they will tie it up. Quick score with 20 or 30 seconds into the second quarter. Ball control. They held the ball for over 10 minutes in the first quarter.
Ooh, almost blocked by the Falcons.
Kick is no good.
No good.
Falcons will still lead by 1 point.
That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt in the long run. You may not think of it now. 7-6, it's early on in the game, but at the same time, that may be a major role in this game.
Could come back to haunt them, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Coming back to some of these impact players for the Falcons. Last impact player on the Falcon side of the ball, Imani Spence, number 81. As you can see, some of the schools that are interested in Imani. Great hands, very explosive off the line, and aware of his surroundings when he gets out there on the field. He's a sight to see when he gets out there. Had the opportunity to check him out in the Elite 7v7 tournament this summer, and did some amazing things, as well as his teammates, to come up with the overall championship with the Dirty South 7v7 tournament over up in Coral Springs, Florida. Shout out to Coral Springs Sportsplex for providing that for us.
Yeah, they didn't give up. They fought. They came in the first one on that turf and basically had to win their way all the way through, while Hialeah T-Breads were able to stay in the shade. Nothing against them. They are loaded with talent, but I'll tell you right now, I know there were some feet that were peeling from blisters, but they stayed with it, came back for the next competition, fought it, and won it. Here we go. Gators are kicking off. It's a short kick. It's going to be fielded by an up back. He's going to try to get to the wall, and he does. He's going to try to get down here to the edge.
Number 19 on the great return, Maurice Codner. Almost thought he'd break the edge. Great move up there around the 15.
Brings it out to about the 40-yard line, 42-yard line.
And I'm glad you talked about the Elite 7v7. What an interesting situation with the final game when they got rained out. We broadcasted the game live. Thanks so much, Elite 7v7, for having us. But we got rained out, and I remember talking to one of the coaches. They said, hey, we'll wait until this rain blows by. We were probably there for 2 hours. But they eventually came back.
And it usually does in Florida.
Right.
Well, Ryan Stanley is back in, not since early in the first quarter, and to give the ball off in the middle here. Trying to bang it up for a couple yards. The number 22 for the Falcons is Chris Davis. Picks up about 3-4 yards on the play. To bring down 2nd down and 7. And Falcons need to hold on to the ball. They don't have anything on offense yet. Nothing on the board. They went 3 and out. And that's the only time they've been on the field, and all they've had is that interception by Bruno. It took it in, and it's time to see what this offense has.
I'd like to see him open it up a little bit.
Stanley's under center, high back in the backfield. He's looking for somebody deep, right across the middle, wide open receiver. It's a nice throw.
Number 12 on the reception.
Number 12, Bradley Martin, makes a beautiful reception. Beautiful throw by Stanley. That time they held on to the ball.
And those guys, you can't separate those two. They both got the long hair. I was out of practice with them. They both got the long hair, and they are just, you get them together, and they are inseparable. So I know they've had a great season so far, but that's definitely a go-to. One of his tight end receivers right there.
Young players. Remember, Ryan Stanley, junior. Yes, he's a junior. Eye back in the backfield. It's given to the eye right up the middle, and he hits a wall. Not going anywhere. Maybe a couple of yards. Big guys make a big stop.
Number 22 on the carry, Chris Davis. Let me introduce this offense for the Falcons. Offensive line. Got some babies on the line. One senior, Bryant Yop, 5'11", 300 pounds. He's moving the walls. But very young team, as you can see, progressing amazingly throughout the season.
Well, the Falcons are up, 2nd down at about 6 yards. Stanley's under center, single back in the backfield. He's going to throw a quick one out to the outside. Completion.
There's Imani.
Imani picks up about 5 yards. He's close to the first down.
Imani Spence.
Looks like they're jumping up and down, like he may have put the ball on the ground.
Ref is calling it down.
Nope, they called him dead.
There's no instant replay in high school.
Nope.
Well, check out the wide receiving core. That is for the Gators, the wide receiving core for the Falcons.
2nd down and 2.
We'll get back to that.
Stanley's going to hand the ball off to his back. Coming around the outside, gets to the edge. Takes a big hit out here.
Chris Davis again on the run. Great run by Chris.
Another 1st down for the Falcons, and that's some ball control going on. Important that they get some points on the board and then maintain possession. The Gators are not having a problem at all running against the Falcons tonight. Found a little weakness in the crease right off tackle. They're running that little jet sweep. Inside the 25-yard line. Stanley under center. He's going to roll out. Throws it, little out pattern. Gets picked off. My goodness, it was tipped and picked off. Looks like number 17 might have gotten that one. Darius John, I believe, on the interception.
Well, Ryan Stanley, we've been talking him up.
That wasn't Ryan, that was his receiver. His receiver had it in his hands and tipped it right off, but it was a dart. They're going to have to get those hands stronger to catch his ball.
Wasn't paying attention on that play.
Well, Erwick's under center. He's going to get that jet sweep over to number 3, Whitehouse. Going to pick up and grind maybe one. Whitehead, check that. And this is what Taylor's going to do. Until they honor it, he's going to keep pounding it. Only picked up about 1, bring up 2nd down and 8 yards, but he's going to run that clock.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Coach Taylor, you know, like I said before, he's been around the block a couple times. He's going to find something that works, and he's going to stick to it.
Got his wide receiver down here in single coverage. He's looking this way for him. He's going to scramble in the pocket. Going to throw it over here, over the outstretched hands. And it looks like there is maybe a flag on the field. See what the call is. Could be a personal foul on the quarterback, against the quarterback, or on the quarterback, excuse me. Nope, it's going to be pass interference. That's hard to believe, Ryan. The ball was 10 yards overthrown over the receiver's head, so I'm not sure if that was even catchable.
You could tell Coach Bush very frustrated with that call right there.
I can imagine.
It does not help this defense right now.
No, it gives them an automatic first down. Was not a very good call. But it is a first down out here to the 44-yard line. Howard's going to hand it off. Ride him out of about 2-3 yards. Xavier Love with the run.
Speaking of Xavier, if you're just tuning in with us, Xavier Love, number 3, impact player tonight's game. Great vision, very tough player. And this kid will last all game long. I'm not sure if he's been playing both sides of the ball, but he is definitely making a presence on this offense. 5'10", 180 pounds, class of 2015. Coaches, this is a player, a student athlete that you want on your team.
Brings up 2nd down and about 7. He's going to spread it out this time. Elric is looking to throw the ball. He does throw it down here and gets a post pattern. It's a catch.
Almost gets away.
And a penalty flag comes out. Caught by number 15 on the Gators.
I was wondering why I couldn't find any of the flags, because they're pink. The flags are pink tonight.
15, Simon Barine. Well, you're right. I couldn't see him either.
I was wondering where the penalty flags were.
See what the call is.
Well, it's all pink. And that goes out to the support of breast cancer.
Pickup was about 16. It's going to be pass interference again against the Falcons, but they're going to decline that penalty because they already had a first down. And they are inside the 40-yard line of the Falcons, and they're running that clock again, Ryan.
Hey, it's working. It's working, and this Falcons defense, I think they're shocked. I don't think they expected this from these Gators coming out.
I'm not sure they did either, Ryan. The coach is bringing them in here, and they've got to get over all the hype. Remember, they are young, and being that young of a team, they've got to get used to the lights, the bright lights. And, well, as they take a break, we'll take a break as well. This is HSPN, HSPNsports.com. Stay with us.
You're watching high school football on HSPN.
Well, we're back to live action. Loss of about 3 yards. Big tackle in the backfield. It was Whitehead running the ball. That'll bring up second down at about 13.
Just over 5 minutes left in the second half.
Elrick's going to roll out. He throws the ball outside. Let's see if it was a catch or not.
Stayed in bounds. Clock's
was a
running.
nice catch. Only got up about 4 yards. It's going to bring up third down.
And they might come down here again, put some more points on the board. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for 2.
Third down at about 7 yards. Elrick under center. 2 backs in the backfield. Single coverage down here on the bottom. Going to roll out. It's a draw play. Big hit over there on the sideline. Picks up about 4 yards. Close to the first down, about a yard away.
And if you tuned in with us last week, or if you didn't, we covered Blanche Ely High School versus Miami Northwestern. Almost a great game. First quarter, wow, was probably over an hour long with so many penalties on both sides of the ball, but we got through it. Miami Northwestern came out on top. Dade County came out with a win over Broward County. For a second, it did look like Blanche Ely was making a presence and they were going to do something big.
Fourth down, they're going for it. Big number 54 gets drawn off sides. That was DeAndre Jones, and he's going to give them that 5 yards or the 3 yards they needed, plus another 2. That'll bring a automatic first down for them inside at the 20-yard line now, 25-yard line.
This is a message from Miguel Fresno. Jordan, will you go to
Running the clock down, a little over 3 minutes left.
Someone just got invited to homecoming over the intercom.
Sweep with Whitehead around the left-hand side. He's got some room down to the marker.
It's a hard runner.
Gets another first down.
It's a hard runner right there. You've been seeing him all night.
They'll stop the clock.
a message from the Everglades side? Go Gator fans.
Ball control offense. Ball's in at the 15-yard line. First and 10.
Let's see if they can punch it in. I wouldn't doubt it.
Everglades, we love and support you.
Elrick's under center. 2 backs in the backfield. Gives it right up the middle. A trap play. May get down inside the 2-yard line. There's a penalty, a late flag.
Demetrius Whitehead on the run. One of our impact players tonight.
Number 18.
A late flag on that, Ryan. And they're at the 5-yard line, or more like the 10-yard line.
Demetrius plays on both sides of the ball. You see him at running back tonight. Played a little free safety as well as undeclared. Class of 2015. Coaches, if you're looking for an instinctive, disruptive, and a great tackler, this is the kid right here. Some of the schools that are interested in Demetrius: Florida State, University of Miami, Arkansas, and Duke.
Well, another penalty on the Falcons. They've had 330 yards worth of penalties up through this game, and they've had quite a few this game as well. They've been very costly, Ryan, and it was a costly one because it's going to bring the ball inside the 5-yard line, I believe. It's going to be a first down, first and goal, and I can guarantee you Coach Taylor's going to pound that rock.
Absolutely, 5-yard line. I mean, that's within the Gators' range all day long. I mean, they if you look at the stats right now, you're going to get. They haven't had anything under 5 yards of a rushing play. So, with no doubt, they will put it in right here.
They're going to pound it. Got a player down that is still down. And we've got a little over a looks like it's a Falcon down on the field, and as if they take this injury timeout, we too will take a timeout. Stay with us, folks. You're watching Primetime High School Sports on HSPN.
This timeout was brought to you by the Coral Springs Spine and Nerve Center, providing superior health and balance through chiropractic. At Coral Springs Spine and Nerve, we focus on the cause of the issue and not the resulting factor. We meet all of our patients' expectations and beyond. This timeout was brought to you by the Coral Springs Spine and Nerve Center, providing superior health and balance through chiropractic. At Coral Springs Spine and Nerve, we focus on the cause of the issue and not the resulting factor. We meet all of our patients' expectations and beyond. Here, you're not a patient, you're family. www.coralspringsspineandnerve.com. You're watching high school football on HSPN. There are over 1,800 colleges and universities in the nation. Over 1,800 colleges and universities in the nation. There are over 10 million high school student athletes that graduate each year. Only 0.08% of these student athletes that graduate receive full scholarships.
We're here, we got your back.
And you can go back and get your college degree and come back and help us, man.
It all started.
Well, it brings back first and goal for the Gators, just inside the 5-yard line. It's threatening, down by 1 point. A little over 2 minutes left in the half. Start the clock back up, and you know that Coach Taylor's going to pound the rock right here. And he does. The give is right up the middle, and there's a big hole. He gets close to the end zone, down to about the 1-yard line. It looks like that might have been number 2, Demetrius Whitehead.
And it was. Lost his helmet on the play.
He's got to come off the field. You lose that helmet, you got to automatically come off the field.
Absolutely. And there's a lot going on today with these helmet and these head injuries, with these concussions. They go back and forth all day long if you haven't seen it on the news. But you got to protect yourself. You got to make sure that we keep protecting these kids.
Well, second down, and he's going to pound it up the middle again. That's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown Gators. I love it. Expect the unexpected.
Xavier Love on a 3-yard touchdown. Gives them 6 points. See if they can make this extra point. They're going for 2. Pounded in. It's a fumble.
I figured they would go for 2.
Yeah, that's not going to be anything. It's going to give them 12 points. They're still ahead of the game by 5. I know that Coach Taylor isn't happy.
I know Coach Taylor isn't happy. I know Coach Bush and that coaching staff is not happy.
Well, they're going to return. They're going to get the reception on the kickoff and see if Ryan Stanley has enough time to get it in the end zone and get the Falcons back on the board.
No, I think they're more than capable of doing that. Just over a minute, 1:40 left in the game.
We got plenty of time, especially for Stanley, to be able to make this quick strike. His receivers giving him some help, and they've got to catch the ball and not tip it off. They've done a lot of things tonight that were hurting the Falcons offense by tipping the ball for an interception and also not catching it, dropping it right in their hands. So
you can't have that in a game like this.
The Gators will kick off with 1:40. Ball takes a bounce. Try to hit the edge. Yes, he does. He brings it out. Nice run back. Watch the late hit.
Run back by number 1, Michael Francis. Also a running back, a junior for the Falcons.
Looks like they brought it up to about the 37-yard line. 33-yard line. Be a 1st and 10 from there. They're walking it back, so another penalty on the Falcons. When I read that on their stats, I knew that might be a problem tonight, and it will certainly be a problem if you're not scoring a lot of points and you're playing a very conservative type of an offense that's going to drive the ball down your throat all night and run the clock. It'll make a big difference. You keep putting yourself in a hole and stopping the clock. It's not going to work this week for the Falcons. They're playing a district game today. They're number 1 in 8A, but they're being tested right now, and doesn't mean anything if they don't get any points on the board. So see what Ryan Stanley can do here. It's in an empty set. Got everybody spread out. You know he's going upstairs. He's under center. Throws a quick one out here. Number 28. It's not going to do much. It's Jordan. I'm sorry. 28. The Raquan Jones.
I believe that's number 20 actually on the reception.
Okay, number 20.
Rolled up his jersey.
Second down and 8. The Falcons. Stanley's back to pass again. Throws it to the right side. It's almost picked off again. Be real careful. Doesn't look like after 5 games he's in sync tonight.
Well, after talking to some of the players and talking to the coach, some of the things that they talked about, because I asked them, I said, what's your guys' biggest weakness? And they said when they come out slow. And I guess that meant a couple quarters slow. I didn't realize it was going to take that long for them to get into a rhythm, but we haven't seen them get into a rhythm yet tonight, and hopefully something gives them a spark.
Well, he's got 3rd down and 8. Got to get that 1st down. He's going to be giving the ball back to the Gators again. There's a whistle. It's going to be a penalty. It may be too much time. False start. Going to knock them back 5 yards. It'll make it 3rd down and 12.
Well, that's the wrong way.
Yet another penalty. They don't get those penalties fixed, they won't go far. Well, Ryan's up 3rd and 13. Another whistle on the play.
Penalty on the play. Got some pink laundry.
Holding right here at a minute. What do we have now? Delay or another movement? Brings it back another 5. 3rd down and 18 yards. Going the wrong way. Stanley got a single back in the backfield. Gives it up the middle. Looks like coach is willing to run the clock out now. Nice little run out there by number 2 on the carry. It's Chris Neely. Picks up about 15 of the yards. Brings up 4th down and about 7 or 6. Going to bring up a punt situation. And it looks like it's content. They're going to run out the half. Clock winds down. Falcons go back in the locker room, and I'm sure Coach Bush will have some things to say about the inconsistency of the play the first half and a number of penalties again. So there you go, folks. Into the first half. You've got Everglades Gators leading the undefeated Falcons by a score of 12-7. We're going to enjoy the halftime festivities and also show you some videos. Want to let you know that we'll be down at Booker T. Washington, Traspal Stadium next week. We'll be live covering that game, and then the following week we'll be back up in Plantation, Florida. Yes, covering American Heritage and Key West.
And while we're on this halftime break, make sure you check out the High School Sports Review. Flanagan Falcons were on 2 weeks ago. Came up Coral Springs, 3 Chicks Pizza. Want to check them out, get the interviews with players like Ryan Stanley, Devin Bush, Natron Ray, Devin Gill. Check out those guys on the High School Sports Review on HSPN. It is Flanagan 7, Everglades 12. You're watching high school football primetime, presented by the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. You are watching HSPN.
You're watching high school football on HSPN.
The Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation is a youth organization that specializes in empowering communities and providing opportunities for academic and athletic growth.
KDA just partnered up with University of Miami for these community-based projects as far as the athletes coming out and talking about athletics becoming bigger, faster, and stronger, and KDA talking about becoming a good, a great student. Can you share with us the recent partnership with KDA and the city of Pompano Beach in bringing these type activities?
Well, I think Keeping Dreams Alive is doing an awesome thing. We noticed that from the jump, and we think this could be a partnership for a long time just because of what you guys believe in, what you stand for, and you kind of correlate with what we do. So it's awesome what you guys do in this community, and that's the number one thing, is to give back to these kids and let them understand that we're here for them. Anything we could do to give back, we're here. So KDA is doing an awesome thing, and we're just happy that we're partnering up with you guys to do that as well.
Yeah, it's great to see the kids in the summertime, have this opportunity at this beautiful facility with your organization, and just having that sense of giving back. Because a lot of times, the kids sitting around during the summer, and to see the collegiate level come back, give back to the community, have you guys put this on for the kids, it's really special. All ages too. You got preschool kids working with college kids and the high school kids pushing themselves. It's a really neat opportunity for everybody.
My name is Stephen Morris, quarterback, University of Miami, born and raised in Miami, Florida. I think you got to be a level-headed person. My mom and dad do a great job of making sure that I'm always on top of my things, especially with academics. And when it comes to schoolwork, I got to put that first. And definitely preparing for games, and throughout game weeks, I really holler at my coaches, make sure that we're on the same page with each other. And, it's just really good on time management. All
right, and last but not least, we deal with a lot of student athletes out there in pursuing a scholarship of a graduation in college. What advice you got for any student athletes pursuing college?
To just keep working, just to always make sure that, staying positive with your coaches, communicating with them, having the opportunity to do the right thing on and off the field, and the coaches in college will recognize you.
That made us a lot closer and understanding about dreams. Right. If they want to keep their dreams alive, the education part is the thing that gets it done. Yeah. Football sets it up, they look at it, but if I don't have the grades to be able to solidify it, nothing changes, nothing happens. So with that really made us stronger on the field, because guys start seeing themselves having good grades, understanding that, then they realize that I can make it. I can get a chance to get out of here and change my life. Make sure all young student athletes, the most important thing for you to do is make sure you understand that the education is paramount. That's the key to this whole deal. You know, we can talk about football and everybody can talk about how good you can run, how fast you can run, but it's a million guys out there can run just as fast, and the only thing that can set the difference between anybody is the transcript. Transcript sets everything up, put you in a position to put you over the top between, because when it's close, academics wins. So if I got my academics, I can be able to set the precedent. My dreams can come true if I got the things that I need to do. So make sure we all focus on our education. That's the key thing, no matter what you may hear out there about your stats and all that stuff, because guys with no stats and good grades go to college. Y'all guys keep up the great work, man. You're doing a tremendous job. You know, y'all keep it up, man. The kids are very appreciative of you guys.
The changes I've seen have been extremely positive. KDA has helped my boys establish exactly what direction they want to go in, and what it takes to actually be a student athlete both on and off the field. It's made a big difference. It's also made a big difference to me because I've also learned a lot of things that I didn't know as far as getting the boys into school, the whole scholarship and financial aid part.
On the impact of the BCAA football camp and partnering up with Keeping Dreams Alive?
Well, two things that go into play here. One is the value that these kids from a camp that is free and has some dynamic instruction going on the field. And then for us to have the opportunity to team up with Keeping Dreams Alive and add an academic component that gives kids awareness about clearinghouse, recruiting tips, and mentorship has just been invaluable to their future.
Any advice you have for any of those coaches out there throughout Broward County and Keeping Dreams Alive with these free programs to their school?
I think they're actually missing the boat, and they're doing their kids an injustice by not being involved with Keeping Dreams Alive. We need all the help we can get to offer the exposure, the experiences that everyone brings to the table for our kids, and to not make use of all the tools that we have at our disposal. It's just not good for our kids. And I think it will be very good if they just get involved and Keep Dreams Alive involved to assist them in the process that we're all trying to do, which is to get kids on the next level and the education that they're going to benefit from throughout their lives.
Hi, I'm Jerome McDougal, played at Blanche Ely High School, went to University of Miami, graduated, was drafted first round, 15 pick overall to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's important for you to take advantage of all your opportunities because sometimes you don't get another second chance. So you take advantage of your opportunities and make the best of it. Just always do your best and keep your dream alive.
My name is Aranda Gadsden. I went to Winston-Salem State University, played 7 years here for the Miami Dolphins. They stress academic involvement. It's usually overshadowed by our athletic practice because everybody wants to be the best at their sport. But academics always keeps your dream alive because sometimes sports don't work out and you always have the academics to fall back on. Advice to you guys is to be persistent. It always pays off. Sometimes you may fail, but you get back on that horse and try again, whether it's at your position, whether it's at your sport, whether it's at SAT, ACT, whether it's at geometry or algebra. You just keep on trying. Persistency always pays off in life and in sports. To live your dreams.
KDA Foundation is a very good foundation. It's really tremendously helped the kids around here. I know it's helped a lot of the community kids, the neighborhood kids, and I think it's doing a good job for especially our young men here trying to get off. A lot of them don't have a lot of role models, and I think KDA is one of the first foundations that I've been around with that has truly been there for the kids and who's truly giving the kids an opportunity to be successful, to be able to branch themselves out and be positive. And it's one positive foundation that I'm going to really try to get involved in, get my kids involved in, before they can keep their dreams alive. And you know, the most important thing for a child is to have some dreams. And I think KDA is one of the things that's going to really help them achieve those goals. And very pleased with what they're doing. Very pleased in the message that they're giving to the kids, and very pleased in what I see around here.
My name is Coach Rodney K. Gray. I'm the head football coach at Blanche Ely High School in Pompano Beach, Florida. Been employed in the Broward County School system since 1990 in the capacity of a physical education teacher and football coach. I love KDA. I've been working with them for the last 3 or 4 years, they came out into the community, did some great things, along with working at the FAU camp, the Miami camp, and just working the oldest grade, future legend camps in the future, and in the past as well. KDA keeps the dream alive by letting the kids keep their dream alive by furthering their education through sports and academics. So KDA is a great resource for this community. We should all support them, whatever function they may have at any point in time.
All right, my name is Alfonso Zoldicius. I went to Blanche Ely High School, graduated year of 1996. Currently, right now, I'm employed by Brews Room Sports Bar and Grill, which I am the general manager of the Brews Room in Coral Springs, running a $6.5 million operation. So what KDA is doing with kids is a phenomenal thing, helping kids keep their dreams alive, meaning that it's outside of sports and everything else, there's a real world. And with kids, you know, they don't really have that comprehension, and KDA is getting them set up for life outside of sports. So it's definitely a good thing. I appreciate when Mr. Stout, Glenn Stout, came up to me and said, hey, this is an opportunity for you and Brews Room to be represented and help KDA. And I took that chance and said, hey, let me help you guys. Let me give you guys what I have, what I can contribute. And that's what, you know, this is all about. Brews Room giving back to the community, giving back to the kids. And what KDA is doing is a phenomenal thing. Definitely support KDA 110%.
There are over 1,800 colleges and universities in over 1,800 colleges and universities in the over 1,800 colleges and universities in the nation. There are over 10 million high school student athletes that graduate each year. Only 0.08% of these student athletes that graduate receive full scholarships.
We're here, we got your back.
And you can go back and get your college degree and come back and help us, man.
It all started with a dream. And now it's up to us to keep it alive.
If you're sitting out there and you're wondering, you have to start that process.
Education comes first. You never know what the future holds.
Gave me a better opportunity to make it in life. Live your dreams.
How far are you willing to go?
Ladies and gentlemen, I told you your eyes and ears were in for a treat. Please, one more time, show your appreciation to the Falcon Sound and the color guard. They work hard. If you like what you saw just now, please come by tomorrow. Starting at what, 10 a.m. and probably going past 10 p.m. It's Bandapalooza. More than 20 different marching bands and drill teams out here in competition. Please come out and show your support. Thank you.
And you want yes. Oh my God.
Well, great job by the Falcon Sound. Gotta love to see the band out there doing their thing. When I was here at practice this week, had the opportunity to check them out, see what they were doing. They were getting it in, and we just got to witness how good of a band they are and supporting the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. God bless all those that are fighters, the ones that are fighting, the ones that survive, and bless those, the ones that have gone but are not forgotten.
Amen to that. Well, we got a big second half getting ready for you folks. Tight game, 12-7. Everglades has come in here and said, we came in here to play. We threw the records out. District game. We're going to come down here and pound the rock and see if you can stop us. So we really haven't seen anything but a lot of penalties, but it showed up. If you look at the penalties that Flanagan's had over the past 6 games, they've been penalized 35 times, excuse me, for 332 yards. That is a lot of penalties, and they probably picked up over 100 yards tonight. Well, Ryan, in order for them to get in the game and get motivated, they've got to get to the next level, and hopefully Coach Bush will set something in the locker room, because I know a seasoned coach like Coach Taylor is going to tell them to continue to pound the rock and let the young guys make mistakes.
Absolutely. You know, this Flanagan Falcons team is known for spreading the ball out and getting it downtown with Ryan Stanley's big-time arm, and he's got a couple big-time wide receivers out there to bring it down as well, and it's something that we haven't seen very much tonight.
No, and they're not used to it either, because they're used to scoring an average 23, 24 points a game, and they literally have no points on the offensive side of the board. That one score came from Mark Bruno on a pick six when he read the eyes of the quarterback, Elric, and took it to the house. So, you know, these young players need to get on board, because this is going to be what they're going to see coming into the district play.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and they got a big game coming up. Not sure when exactly, but the next couple weeks, Miramar, the Patriots, went out.
It will be a big one.
Yeah, they took advantage of St. Thomas Aquinas, and which they've done in the past as well. It's nothing new to these Patriots, and it's nothing new to St. Thomas. They knew it was going to be a tough match, and Miramar came out on top.
Well, we're getting ready for the second half kickoff, and exciting first half. A lot of ball control. Ball control on Everglades side, and Flanagan is going to get the ball, and we're going to see what they can do with Ryan Stanley coming out this second half.
And if you're tuning in for the first time tonight, or if you haven't been with us lately, some of the impact players for tonight: Ryan Stanley, quarterback for the Falcons, number 7, coming in 6'2", 185 pounds. He is undeclared, but some of the things he brings to the table: arm strength, footwork, and great accuracy. Something that we haven't seen as much tonight as we did earlier on in the season, but we are we're hoping that they come out better than they did this first half, and Coach Bush got in their ear and hopefully inspire them to get back into this game.
Well, here we go with the kickoff, second half. And Gators are getting ready to kick it off. And it's going to be a short kick. Returnable by the up back.
Went out of bounds.
Actually, it did go out of bounds, didn't it? Bring it out to the 35. Be great field position for the Falcons. Started out there at the 35, and Mr. Stanley, to see if you can settle down that offense and put some stick-em on those receivers' hands.
One of Stanley's receivers, Imani Spence, number 81, standing in at 6'3", 190 pounds, class of 2015. Some of the universities, colleges that are looking at him, very interested. Georgia, Auburn, and UM, some great universities, big-time college football teams. And Imani is definitely one to play at that level.
Almost got called for too many men on the field. They let them get by one, run off the field when they break the huddle. Going to give it right up the middle. Hard run. Picks up about 4 yards. Number 22 for the Falcons, Chris Davis.
Take it to the defensive side of the ball. Mr. Devin Bush Jr., 5'11", class of 2016. Yes, he is just a sophomore, starting as a freshman for the Falcons. And what a great kid. Yes, he is the coach's son, but don't let that fool you. He is a big-time player that will make big-time plays.
Stanley under center with a high backfield. Got number 81 in motion. Gives to the tailback off tackle. Almost fumbled the ball. He's gotten broke down here by a host of Gators, and he doesn't pick up anything. That's number 2, Chris Neely again. Bring up third down and about 7 yards. Stanley brings him back out. Single back in the backfield. He's back to throw. He throws it, tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Ball's in the dirt by Stanley.
Fourth down. It's going to force them to punt. Well, it was a tip ball. I believe it was a defensive lineman for the Gators that got a hand on that ball. And it's going to force them to punt. They go 3 and out.
Like I said before, they said the Falcons come out. They start real slow, but it doesn't look like anything is clicking tonight for the Falcons.
Kick is up high, end over end, almost hits a Gator player. Very lucky they got out of the way of the ball. Ball is down about the 17, 18, about the 19-yard line. Very lucky.
Introduce this offensive line for the Gators. Nigel Kemp, senior. Arian Staton, senior. DeAndre Jones, senior. A bunch of seniors on this line. Some good veterans. Got a sophomore at the end. Obina Nwankwo. Sorry if I butchered that name, but actually didn't have a number for him tonight because he just came up from junior varsity.
Well, Elrick's under center, single back in the backfield. He's got some back spread out, and he's going to give it to him up the middle on his own read. Nice hole. Picks up about 12 yards. Looks like number. I'll get his number on that. Does pick up a first down.
Check out the running backs for the Gators. Xavier Love. You've been checking him out all night long, all over the place. And Demetrius White, running back number 2. Both juniors, great athletes on the field tonight.
Ehrlich, empty backfield. Gives a little crossbuck, number 3, Whitehead. He may pick up 2 or 3 yards on the play. Continues to keep the clock running. Will bring up third down at about 7. I'm sorry, second down at about 7. Ehrlich's under center. Quick give up the middle. He's hit right away. Number 2 on the run. Demetrius Whitehead, number 4, makes the tackle. Wow.
Getting ahead of myself.
Bradley Hall. Hall gives him a big hit. Third down and 3. I'm sorry, third and about 6. Coach running that clock for the Everglades Gators. Ehrlich back, he throws it over to the right-hand side. Little out pattern. Incomplete. Going to bring up fourth down and 5, and the Gators are going to have to punt. That's surprising, Ryan. They're running the ball and pounding it 4 or 5 yards a carry, and all of a sudden he throws it and gets an incomplete pass.
Well, when you find so much success with the running game, you know, you at the same time you still want to make sure that the defense is respecting your passing game. So might as well throw something out there, see if they bite on it. Didn't work out too well. I'm pretty sure they'll go back to the running game, but just trying to think, you know, what do you think some of these coaches, what do you think the halftime speech sounded like for the Falcons?
I can tell you right now, it must not have been effective because the Falcons just got another personal foul, which is going to bring up automatic first down. That's another 15 yards. It's about the third personal foul they've had in this game, and my goodness, you just gave it back to the Gators when you stopped them. And you've got a ball control offense that you need to get off the field if you plan on doing any scoring. And Art Taylor has got these Gators in the driver's seat here at Falcon Stadium. Ehrlich gives it off to Whitehead again. He's going to try the right-hand side, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Most importantly, he's going to keep that clock running.
Yeah, that's all it takes sometimes. You know, if that's all you can get, hey.
That's all you need.
All you said before, you know, 4 score. You get 4 yards every play. You're going to take it down.
Yep, you're going to score. Brings up second down and 4. Going to bring in that tight offense again. You know it's going to be a give to Whitehead or This time it's number 2 around the right-hand side, and he picks up the first down. That was Demetrius Whitehead again. He picks up about 10 yards. Actually picks up about 6 or 7 yards. They're bringing it back, but it's enough for a first down. Brings it down to about the 35-yard line.
And like you said, that clock is still running.
Clock is running is right. Ball control offense. Give to Whitehead again. Trap up the middle. He's got running room. They're confusing this offense. Picks up about another 15, 16 yards on the carry. They are grinding it out and pounding it out.
Absolutely.
Brings it down to about the 19-yard line.
The game plan was established this week, and they are taking advantage of it over on the Gator side.
Give us number 3 around the right-hand side. Staying with it. That's Xavier Love. They're just running it down their throat. Ball control, power offense. Second down and short. He may be within a yard. There's a timeout on the call. Very smart call by Coach Bush. He wants to slow down this freight train.
Cut down some of that momentum a little bit.
My goodness. They've been pounding the rock, and all because of that personal foul. They had him back here at the 40-yard line getting ready for a punt. And they had that pink carpet hit the ground, and my goodness, I bet you they've got 150 yards in this game of penalties.
And that's the effect of a young team. As you can see, the Falcons, they come out, got a bunch of sophomores, a bunch of juniors. They're still developing and still just, they're very excited to go out and practice. And, you know, I hung out for a while, and though they got business taken care of, they're still, you know, that they're having fun. And it's great to see. It's great to see that they're having fun. But you could tell there's, you know, the maturity, and it'll take time. And I think Coach Bush, he's still doing a great job, and that coaching staff are doing a great job with these kids. And there's some things they'll have to tighten up, but, hey, we'll see by the end of the night who comes out on top.
Second down and short. Gibbs right up the middle, a trap play. Picked up about 8 yards, another first down. Quick hitter. My goodness, that's old school football. Brings up another first down. He's going to bring it almost to the 5-yard lines of the Falcons. And they are just pounding the rock. Give us in the outside. Whitehead takes it. Good tackle, arm tackle. But he got the jersey. Slowed him down.
And this is definitely one of the shorter games that we've covered this year.
Absolutely. My goodness, last week, that Northwestern Ely game, that first quarter was a world record on timeouts. I think they gave an extra 3 timeouts each. Second down and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, I don't think we've actually covered a team that has run this type of offense yet this year. And we got a flag on the field.
False start.
On the offense.
It's the Gators. It's going to hurt them. It's going to move them back 5 yards, back to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, majority of the teams that we have covered, if you haven't been keeping up with Hspn, are the Miami-Dade teams that are all run and gun. And when I mean run, the majority of the running, as you can see, is by the quarterbacks. One of the teams that we've been covering throughout the season, if you can go back, look in our archives, and check out our YouTube page, Hspn Sports, you will see the man himself, Treon Harris, down at Booker T, Washington, run all over the place. It is very difficult to maintain that type of athlete.
You'll see him do it again. It looked like the center that time, Ryan, like half snapped the ball, but didn't snap it, and it's a false start again against the Gators. And my goodness, did we jinx them? Talking about the Ely Northwestern game.
And I think Coach Taylor called a timeout. Yep, he called a timeout on that one. That stuff will drive him crazy.
Yes, it will, and that would drive any coach crazy, especially when you're sitting inside the 5-yard line with first and goal. Now you're at the 15-yard line with second and goal.
Well, as they're doing that, go to a quick shout-out to the foundation that has brought all of this to you guys. High School Football Prime Time, presented by the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. The KDA Foundation is a 501c3 non-for-profit youth organization that specializes in empowering communities and providing opportunities for academic and athletic growth. We address vital issues concerning transitional phases of primary and secondary education through sports and academic advisory camps, health and wellness programs, and athletic scholarships, grant and aid assistant programs for college. To find more information, check us out at www.
Second and goal. The Gators at the 15-yard line. My goodness, we've got another movement. That time, it might be on the Falcons.
Is it on the Falcons? False
start. False start again. And Gators brings up second down and 20 from the 20, and they started this, folks, at the 5-yard line.
A lot of unnecessary penalties we're seeing right here. Lack of discipline.
Now they changed it. Changed it to offsides on the Falcons.
Oh. Well, I take that back.
Coach Taylor did a good lobbying job. Well, we sat here for the past 5 minutes. We've gone back 15, forward 5, and not one snap of the ball. Let's see if they can get this snap off. Second down, goal from the 10. Give to Whitehead around the right-hand side.
I believe that's Xavier, actually, number 3.
That is Xavier. Check that, I'm sorry. Brings it down to, looks like about the 1-yard line. Well, they said Demetrius Whitehead as well, so I guess I was right, Demetrius Whitehead. Brings it third and goal at about the 2-yard line. And it looks like they're taking another timeout. If they take a timeout, we too will take a timeout. You're watching High School Primetime on Hspn. Stay with us.
You're watching high school football on Hspn. This timeout was brought to you by Smart Programs. Smart Programs are free academic mentoring and sports training camps. Smart Programs provide awareness seminars, tutoring, and training, including certified teachers, coaches, role models, and community leaders. Available for local schools and organizations. www.kdafoundation.org.
Third and goal from the 2-yard line. We've gone back 20, up 5. Now brought it inside the 2-yard line on a actual offensive play. The rest of them have been penalties. Coach Taylor's going to bring them out there in a bunch offense. Bumps into number 2, gets into the end zone. Looks like it's,
I think they're going to call it down.
I don't see a signal. I do not see a signal. That was number 2 on the carry, Demetrius Whitehead. And I'm not looking, I'm seeing fourth down and about a foot.
And speaking of Demetrius, heard his name a lot tonight. Give him some love. Demetrius Whitehead, number 2, 5'9", 180 pounds. Plays both sides of the ball. Majority of tonight, running back is undeclared. Very instinctive, disruptive, and a great tackler. And as you can see, he might just take it in the end zone right now.
Fourth and goal from the 1-foot-yard line, and the fans are loud. And I think they've held him. Looks like they've held him. They did. Defense of the Falcons have held the Gators at the 1-yard line. Wow. Holy mackerel. What a defensive stand. Number 11.
Devin Bush.
Devin makes a big hit. Falcons will take over. At the 1-yard line. Dangerous place.
One of our impact players for tonight. Devin Bush, number 11, 5'11".
Let's see what this young quarterback can do. 1-yard line. Stanley's under center. He's going to throw it over the middle. The receiver's wide open. And he's still on his feet.
Bradley Martin on the reception.
That was a quick hitter for 30 yards.
Great call. Great call by the coach right there.
Nice quick stick right on the hash. wide open. They weren't expecting it. Little fake, off tackle, quick. Had the running back close to the line of scrimmage, and bam, a little 3-yard pass. Mike linebacker was sucked up for it, and there you go, 30-yard gain for a first down. Well, Stanley gives it up the middle this time. A nice run.
I believe it's number 22, Chris Davis, on the run.
Yes, it was Chris Davis.
And I love to see, I really enjoy watching Flanagan's offense. Not their best performance tonight, but they're a well-rounded offense. They get back there, they got a fullback, they get a tight end set out there, and at the same time they can spread the thing out, which is very exciting, very difficult for a defense to defend.
Nice pickup, 2nd down and 1. Going to give the tailback right up to the middle, but he's going to be caught down there for a loss of about 3. Looks like number 6.
I believe it's Chris Neely on the carry.
Got number 6,
yes, sir.
Fan, and number 14, Marshall. And there's another penalty on the Falcons.
These penalties will kill you. And it's actually, I believe you talked about that in the beginning of the game. Reading off some of those statistics, excuse me.
Oh, that's a big one, another personal foul. Incredible. Yeah, they've come into this game with 35 penalties, 332 yards. And I'll bet you that is their 4th personal foul today, Ryan. And that's 60 yards in personal fouls. Brings up 2nd down and about 15 yards for young Ryan. And he's got an offense around him that's imploding. A lot of mental errors.
Come on, Ryan.
Looks like they have cover 3. Got a 22 set. Single back in the backfield.
81.
Ryan's hard count. He's looking down the middle of the field. And he may take off and run with it. You know he doesn't. He throws it to a wide open receiver. A great catch. Nope, off his hands.
I believe that's number 5.
It was number 5.
Kevon Mitchell, a junior wide receiver, 6 foot 170. Almost came up with it.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 15. Actually, we're going to see what's going on. Looks like it's 4th down. The marker was wrong. So it puts the Falcons in punting position, but that's a heck of a lot better, Ryan. It 4th and goal at the 1 foot-yard line, and they held them, brought it up to the 40-yard line, and they're going to put them back here. Returnal punt. Fair caught by number 11, Kelvin Marion. Check that. Gators will get the ball back. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, as the Gators come back out, introduce some of these guys on the offensive side of the ball, wide receiving core. Correll Evans, Tommy Spencer, Simon Burhan, and Kelvin Marion. Young core right there. No, we got a senior, Simon Burhan.
Well, the Gators with the ball at the 40 or the 39-yard line. Give is right up the middle, a quick trap. Pick up about 4 yards. See if that was Whitehead. Ball control offense.
Well, it was like I talked about with Coach earlier on this week. Coming to this game, Gators, they got nothing to lose.
Little throw out there to the right-hand side, little out pattern. He picks up about 7 yards and a first down. Wasn't fancy, but he got the first down.
Gators got nothing to lose. Falcons come into this game undefeated. What do you expect?
About a 5-yard out, turned it up for another few yards, brings it first down inside the 50-yard line of the Falcons. The Gators are driving again.
You know, when I went to practice this week, like I said before, they were in the gym. So I really didn't have a chance to see how practice was going, how some of the athletes were moving around, and it has surprised me so far.
Elrick's back to throw. Throwing a screen. Nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. The wall was way out in front. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Clock is still running. About 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
It's going to go by quick. If the Falcons don't pay attention, they're going to ball control. Anything they can do to keep their hands on the ball. I'm not sure. Gators ran off to the sideline, but the ball is in play. Second down and 10. Ehrlich hands it off. It's outside. It's about 4 or 5 yards.
Running back, number 31, Sabin Ruff.
Hard running back.
I wonder, I didn't get a chance to ask, but I wonder if he is related to the quarterback, Elric Ruff.
Bring up 4th down and 7 for the Gators. Decision by Art Taylor. Quarterback Ehrlich is coming back into the game. And now we've got a timeout, so let's see who's calling this timeout. Looks like the referees called the timeout.
I'm talking about the quarterback, Elric Ruff. Oh, that's Ryan Stanley. Elric Ruff done a great job tonight. Like I said before, he was all taped up with ice during practice this week. Didn't have an opportunity to see what he could do out there on the field, let alone they were on the basketball court. But I am impressed by this quarterback tonight. He seems like he has some great leadership skills, and he's really keeping this offense moving. Yeah, there's been some penalties. Yeah, some. There's been a lot of penalties on both sides of the ball. But you look at the score, and the Gators are on top, and I'm not surprised right now.
And the Gators have the ball with a few seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and boy, they're letting them come back and forth to the sideline. Art Taylor's out in the field. The referees had a little powwow, and he's just now starting to play the clock. So,
well, I think Coach Taylor, he's earned his right to make it out to the numbers. He's been around for a while.
Well, Coach Bush didn't complain about it. Both linebackers come. It's going to be a dirty bootleg. Throws down here to the left-hand side. Throw is just on the outreach hands, and they're going to call a penalty. It's going to be a person. There's going to be a pass interference penalty, and the Gator fans are, the Falcon fans are not going to be happy.
I was about to say, got some pretty upset fans over here on the home side.
It wasn't a big attempt after the ball either, Ryan. I mean, and here they are. They're going to have another meeting, the second meeting in the last 5 seconds.
Let's figure out how much time we can put back on the clock. We got 0 on the scoreboard.
Yep, they ran it out, so if they're going to put anything else on it. We're going to see what they're going to call here. The end of the 3rd quarter.
They're waving it off.
Okay.
See how much time they put back on, if they do any.
They did wave that off. Uncatchable, I'm sure. Going to bring up 4th down and about 7 for the Gators. And looks like that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter.
4th quarter.
Everglades Gators in the lead. 12. Falcons 7. As they do this switch over, we're going to do a quick switch over. You're watching Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation, producing and presenting high school sports on Hspn. Stay with us.
High School Game Day brought to you by HSPN, High School Production Network. The High School Production Network is the #1 high school sports broadcast network in the nation, bringing you high school sports and events by the high school student for the high school student. HSPN is in place to provide internships for all high school students that have a passion for broadcasting. HSPN is providing opportunities for students to use their passion to not only pursue a great college education, but to endure real-life experiences through a viable entity. To find out more information on HSPN, check us out at www.hspnsports.com.
Well, we're back out to live action, fourth quarter. Gators up by 5 points. They've got the ball, though. They're getting ready to punt it back to the Falcons. And it's going to be time for the Falcons to make a move on the ball because the Gators have held the ball 8 to 10 minutes per quarter.
I'm very surprised by the Falcons right now. Coming into this game, I believe 5-0, correct?
Yes.
Coming into this game 5-0, ranked #1 in the 8A district here in Broward County. You know, you have expectations for this team, and I'm just not seeing them perform as they did these past couple games. And I know I've said it before, I'll say it again, they talk about how much they start out very slow, but they haven't seemed to catch anything. No,
the Gators are going to go for it on fourth down. They're going to get another 5 yards because, once again, the only stat that the Falcons have lived up to tonight, Ryan, are the penalty stats. The rest of them, they've left them in the locker room, and there's another 5 yards, which is not going to be a first down, but it's going to bring it inside about 3 yards, 4th and 3 instead of 4th and 8 yards. That is another major mistake, mental mistake by the young Falcons football team.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate to see this many penalties in the game. You know, there's a lot of things you can focus on during practice, and the last thing that we need to hear about is the disciplinary issues during practice. And
ball is given to the big guy, number 31. There's a big hole open for him. He picks up big yardage. Most importantly, he picks up a first down after scampering about close to 20 yards. That is number 31, Hspn Ruff. Nice carry. Just smash mouth football, Ryan. Wow. That's all this is.
That was a great run.
Power football.
I want to say that was the longest run out of all the running backs tonight.
That's a big boy. Whitehead gets the ball around the left-hand side.
But I may be wrong.
He's getting it in close. Another flag comes out. See what this call is. Not only a lot of pink on the sidelines, there's a lot of pink on the field as well. Brought it inside 20-yard line, but let's see what the flag is going to be. Actually, the 10-yard line. See what the referee signal is.
Shout out to Maria on varsity. We're so proud of you. Keep up the good work. Love Mom, Dad, and G. To Jesse and Shakira.
Like a hold on the Gators. Personal foul again.
CC, shake it off and get your head in the game. JT.
Wow. Going to be offsetting penalties. If it's offsetting penalties, they're going to have to bring the ball back, I would assume, not give them all that yardage. See where the ball is going to end up.
And after talking to the athletic director early on today, homecoming next week for the Falcons. Very exciting. I know the kids are going to be excited. Actually heard they're doing shout-outs for the cheerleaders, raising money for the cheerleading squad, I believe. And they're doing shout-outs to the fans, to the players, and I'm pretty sure I heard someone get asked, to homecoming.
Yeah, you did, and they're doing a $1 donation for a shout out, and it's a fundraiser, a great fundraiser. Every time they get a shout out, they get $1. They have gotten a $1 donation. So, Brian, I'm not sure the referees have really slowed this game down.
Yeah.
And it's not very difficult to figure out what the penalty is. It's just get this thing marked off and let's get this game going again. It's a holding against, we know that. And it's going to be a penalty again against the Falcons. And the ball looks like it's dead ball against the defense, which brings the ball down to the 11-yard line. It brings it first. The marker says 1st and 5. But I'm not sure if the markers, well, it's a first down. Yep, first down at the 11-yard line. Give us to Whitehead around the left-hand side. He pounds it down there again. Close to the 5-yard line. Most importantly, they keep that clock running.
Yes.
Comes inside 11 minutes, and they're not in any big hurry. Neither are the referees. My goodness gracious. Looks like another penalty, this time against the Gators. Brings it back to the original line of scrimmage, back a couple, well, more like 4 yards. So it'll bring up first down and 14 for the Gators. And they brought the ball out to the 15-yard line.
You think they'll put it in again?
I don't know. If they can keep the referees out of conference. These referees, and I guess they're looking at the scoreboard now.
Nothing's changed.
No, we've gone about a half hour with a lot of referees discussions. And here we go. Ehrlich under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Single split out down here on the bottom side with single coverage. And he's looking out here to the left-hand side. He's running a screen. And that screen play is going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he scores.
Nice call down there by Art Taylor.
Number 3.
Whitehead makes a score.
Oh, that's number 3. Xavier Love.
Yes, it was. Check that Xavier Love on that screen. Like a Whitehead on the brain. Well, another 6 points on the board.
Well, with those numbers, it's very difficult to see. But at the same time, Demetrius and Xavier are both great players. And very much the same style.
And they did pick up the 2. They picked up the 2 yards. I mean, I'm sorry, they picked up the 2-point extra point conversion, bringing the score 20. Flanagan 7. And that's going to hurt because they are a ball control offense after all those penalties.
Yes, sir. Hey, Everglades came to play tonight. No one expected it. A lot of frustration on this home side. You got the fans pretty frustrated, and I know for a fact that this coaching staff for the Falcons are frustrated. Something's got to give. And when you got a high-powered offense like the Falcons do, with the numbers that they have, they should be putting up a lot more points. They've left a lot of this game in the defense's hands, a young defense on top of that. And in a result, Everglades 20, Flanagan, Falcons 7.
Oh, they got 5 personal fouls, dead ball fouls. They've got 75, 80 yards of personal fouls. You cannot be victorious with those types of penalties, and those are all mental errors. Let's see, there'll be a kickoff, and it's going to be a deep one.
The quarterback is also kicking off the ball, Elric.
And there's another penalty, so it sails out of bounds. It's going to be great field position.
And as the refs take a little bit more time, introduce this Falcon offense again. At the offensive line, Marcus Etney. number 76, a freshman out there, 5'10", 230. Got a lot of veterans coming back. A lot of juniors. Kevin Lambert, one of them. Cameron Campbell, Darnell Brown, and the senior on the line, 300 pounds, Bryant Yap.
Big boy.
Big boy on the line.
Well, here we go. Stanley under center with a 22 set. Single back in the backfield, and they got to make some points in this series. Otherwise, the Gators are going to get the ball, and they will run the clock out. And he's back to throw. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Not much room.
Got a little speed. Got the edge.
Yep. Picked up about 7 yards. Going to need more than 7 yards. Going to need a lot of points. 2nd and 3.
Well, hopefully they put something together here. They've had a couple of breaks earlier on. That tight end, I still got that tight end pass on the mind. Right on the hash, quick over the head. Start pulling out some tricks, Coach.
Another 22 set, single back in the backfield. 2nd down and 3. He's looking quick over here to the left-hand side. He picks it up. Number 5's got the ball.
Kevon Mitchell, junior wide receiver for the Falcons.
Nice little throw. Ran out of bounds. Stopped the clock for him. Kelvin Mitchell. One of his lone receptions of the night. And they are going to run the clock. No, they aren't. Single back, 22 set. Stanley back to throw again. He's looking deep down the left-hand side. Number 81. Catch is made. And that's going to be a touchdown. Number 81 makes a big catch.
Imani Spence on the catch. Great catch by Imani.
50-yard pass completion for a touchdown. Ryan Stanley puts it right on the numbers. Number 81 comes down with the catch, and he makes this a game.
Great job, Imani. Great job.
That's how quick they can make this happen.
Impact player to impact player. Ryan Stanley to Imani Spence, number 81. It's not over until it's over.
No, it isn't. Woke up those Gator fans as well. Kick is up. And it's good.
Okay.
Brings up the score. Everglades 20. Flanagan Falcons 14. 6-point game. Coach is rallying them down there, that's for sure.
It is not over yet.
No, it isn't. Quick strike.
I'm telling you, what we talked about earlier on in the game, not making those extra points, they can come back and haunt them. They have to score, but with a field goal, an extra point, they will win this game.
And there is plenty of time, Ryan. Over 10 minutes left, but the Gators get the ball, and they've been holding that ball from anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, so it's going to be important for the Falcons not to let them maintain that ball control, and most importantly, they got to hold them. They got to hold them. They can't let them drive it, long sustained drive. They can't let them score.
Right, this is a big time for the Falcons defense right now. Hopefully Coach Bush can put something together and get these guys fired up to get back in the game, because like you said, this Gator offense will hold on to that ball for a lifetime.
And Coach Taylor knows exactly what to do with a young defense. They've had the ball twice. It's an onside kick. Almost picked up. I'm not sure, Ryan, if I'm going to call an onside kick with that much time left in the game.
I'm not sure either. 10 minutes left on the clock, Coach.
My goodness.
I don't know if I agree with you right there, but hey.
Giving it to him with the 47-yard line with that kind of ball control offense?
I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm not sure either. Kick it deep, let them work it down the field, but don't give them that kind of field position. Well, here we go. You gave the Gators what they wanted.
Right, you give the Gators, especially Xavier Love, guys like Demetrius Whitehead, and even running back number 31, Saban Ruff. I mean, these guys, they're one to reckon with.
Give us to Whitehead. Boy, he's brought down quick in the backfield.
And that's where defense steps up. Number 4 on the tackle.
Bradley Hall.
Junior, defensive back.
Great play by Bradley.
The fourth quarter, anything could happen right now.
DB blitz. Brings up second down and about 14. Ehrlich is going to roll out. He's trying to throw a short one, and he's going down again.
Got him.
And it may be a fumble. No, it's an incomplete pass. My goodness, he was in the grab. Guess who it was again? Number 4, Bradley Hall.
Do not let them get fired up. I know this defense, and trust me, you give them something to work with, they're going to take it and they're going to run with it.
Well, got the fans fired up too. You got the announcers woke up too. That's going to bring up, where are they bringing the ball?
Well, you know how this goes. The refs.
They're calling it an incomplete pass.
Oh, no.
Okay, brings up fourth. Looks like third down.
Oh, home field advantage. Falcon Stadium. It
Ehrlich
is jacked up right now.
Ehrlich in the first time shotgun. He's throwing it deep down the left-hand side.
I don't know.
Overthrows everybody. Bring up fourth down and a punting situation, and there you go.
Well,
what the Falcons needed.
It could change just like that.
With a little over 9 minutes, they only took 1 minute. Very unorthodox for the Gators, for Art Taylor team not to eat up the clock. And there you go. In 1 minute, they're giving the ball back, and this team, Falcon team, is back in it.
Spark something. Got Imani Spence with the last touchdown. Connection with Ryan Stanley.
Oh, almost blocked.
Almost blocked. Great punt.
It is a great punt. Down, looks like inside the 20-yard line. And my goodness, we got another
flag.
Flag on this sideline. Here's the ref that threw it. Looks like he's counting more than 11 players on the field. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We got 12 people, one must go. That's not going to do much, but
I don't think that's going to give them much at all. But
they're going to re-kick?
I'm not sure, but it is adding to those stats of penalties, and that is not the kind of stats that we want to see.
Well, they're going to re-kick, it looks like. 5 yards further down the field.
High school football primetime, presented by KDA Foundation. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Flanagan Falcons face off with Everglades Gators. The Gators are up by 6 points, 20-14 game here at Falcon Stadium in Pembroke Pines, Florida.
My goodness.
A great game so far.
Hey, that was a automatic first down. I'm not sure the referee threw the flag on this sideline. My goodness. And they've gotten themselves into deep trouble when it was 4th down and 14. All of a sudden they have first down, Ryan, and I didn't see what that call was. I thought it was too many men on the field, and that's a 15-yard penalty. Quick trap up the middle.
There goes Saban again. All I have to say is for these refs after this game, they better get in their car quick.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Because these fans are looking around like, what the heck is going on with these guys?
Second down and about a long 4. More importantly, the Gators still have the ball, and all they have to do is sustain a drive. Art Taylor offense, ball control, and they're in no hurry. Ehrlich comes up. There's a safety blitz. Big hit on the right-hand side.
And if Devin Bush Jr. could stay under control right there, he has about a 6-yard loss on the play right there. Great anticipation on the snap.
But most importantly, They keep the clock running. Smart run by the running back, stayed in bounds. But we've got a Gator almost near the sideline that's got an injury, and there's going to be an injury timeout. As they take a timeout, we too will take a timeout. You're watching Primetime Sports, Friday Night Football, Everglades Gators versus the Flanagan Falcons on Hspn.
You're watching high school football on Hspn.
Down the Bruce Room, great taste is just the beginning. First thing that you'll notice, this is your kind of place. When you sit back and relax, you're gonna love the taste. Good times don't go to waste.
Third down and about 3 yards.
Changed quarterbacks.
Like a Wildcat, false start against the offense.
Number 4 back there. I believe that's Kentrell Burton.
Looks like it. Backs him up 5 yards.
Starting linebacker. And to be honest, when I stepped into practice this past week, as I was talking about before, Elric was all taped up with ice. Kentrell is actually a quarterback.
Well, Kentrell's back in at quarterback. Burden, he is a linebacker and a running back.
So he has taken some snaps this week to back up Elric, and let's see what he does right here.
Third down and 7. He's going to go on a Wildcat. He's not going to go anywhere. Close to Falcons, bring him down. Pick him out.
I don't know.
Keeps the clock moving.
He definitely has the speed to run a play like that, but give it a little time to develop.
Referee's talking to the Falcons like they want to throw him another flag, personal foul, but well, they did throw another flag. He's going to pick it up. Yep, he picked it up. It's going to bring down 4th down, and the ball's not marked properly, but it's about a 9-yard 4th down, and Coach Taylor looks like he's going to go ahead and smartly punt the ball, and the punter was the quarterback, Kendall Burden, so you might want to watch for a fake punt right here. Snap is up. There's nobody coming. He kicks it left-footed. It's a nice kick. It's going to go out of bounds. The sideline.
Not the best bounce. Did I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what. Did Elric, is he injured?
He must be, because he's the kicker, punter, and quarterback, and I don't see him on the sideline with anybody.
Well, I hope he's not too badly injured. They still got a long season ahead of them, and they're still on the road to win this game. And he's definitely one of the key players in this victory if they do win.
Well, here's Stanley. Over 6 minutes. They got plenty of time. 22 offense, single back in the backfield. Stanley back for a quick throw to the right-hand side. He gets about 2 yards. What are they trying to do? Bring him up, and then pop it over their head?
I think so. The most important thing for this offense is right now is they don't need to get ahead of themselves.
Brings up 2nd down and about 6.
They need to do what they know best. And they've done it before. They've played against some big-time teams, and they know how to win. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take it down the field right now.
Stanley's back, looking deep, over the middle. Number 80's got to make that catch.
That's
number 81.
Imani Spence.
You've got to make that catch at this point in the game.
You're exactly right. You can't, with a little over 6 minutes left in the game and getting the ball back, they have to do something. And Ryan, he can't do it by himself. We saw him take off a couple times, but I don't think that's his style of a QB. He's gonna gun it down the field, and he's gonna find the wide receiver that's open, and they need to make sure they bring that ball in regardless.
Well, 3rd down and 6. He's going to have to make a 1st down to keep this drive alive. 22 set, single back in the backfield. He's back to throw again. He's looking to the left-hand side, wide open receiver. Makes a great catch.
Number 15 on the reception has Chris Keel. Great catch. Behind him.
Ball was low. That keeps the drive alive. Brings the ball out, 45-yard line. Looks like he might be shaken up.
Looks like he has something in his water.
They take a timeout, we too will take a timeout. You're watching HSPN, presented by Keep Dreams Alive Foundation. Stay with us.
This timeout was brought to you by Reggae Run-Ins Media, celebrating 13 years as the DJ host of Reggae Run-Ins on Hot 105. You can catch Tonto Irie on South Florida's #1 radio station, featuring 3 hours of reggae music every Saturday night from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. For more information, check us out at www.reggaeruниnsmedia.com. Friday Night Lights, high school football primetime presented by the Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. Make sure you check us out, www.kdafoundation.org. Bringing you tonight's game from Pembroke Pines, Florida. We got Flanagan Falcons, undefeated, #1 in the district, 8A, against the Gators of Everglades High School.
45-yard line. Can the Falcons remain undefeated? We're going to see in 6 minutes. Stanley back to throw. He's looking to his left-hand side. He's got a receiver again, open. Number 5 makes a great catch. Nice throw by Stanley. Nobody can get it but to the receiver.
Kevon Mitchell on the reception, junior wide receiver.
Makes it look easy when he gets tuned up and when those receivers catch the ball.
Absolutely. Wish they were doing this the whole game.
15-yard pickup, first down. Stanley gives it all up the middle, number 2.
Chris Davis. Chris Neely on the run.
He's out there, he got another first down. Good play call.
I don't think the Gators expected that play right there.
Brings it down to the 25-yard line. Now they have ball control with the clock running down, and they're only an extra point away, touchdown an extra point away from taking this lead.
Do not go to sleep on this team right now. The Falcons, they have an advantage. They got the ball and they've drove down the field. Can the Gators keep them from scoring?
Let's see how Ryan Stanley handles this offense. He's going to drop back. He's looking to the left-hand side. There's nobody open. He's going to scramble to the left, and he's going to smartly slide in there for about 2-3 yards, but he's taking
a penalty on the play.
That's going to be a late hit, and they're going to bring it down 15 more yards. My goodness, that is a heads-up play by a junior quarterback right there. College coaches, you know that because he just picked up another 15 yards or half the distance to the goal line, whichever they're going to get. And they still maintain possession. Will they remain undefeated? We'll know in the next 4 or so minutes.
Wow. This is exciting.
Yeah,
the fans are enjoying it.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Personal foul hit to the helmet.
Even with all the penalties that we face and all the majority of the time being with the referees trying to figure out what they're going to call. What an intense game.
They're going to walk it all the way off. Down to the 10-yard line, folks. It's going to bring up first and almost goal from the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 10.
Getting fired up down here. I love
it. Stanley rolls out to the right-hand side. He
might get around the edge.
He's going to try to make it to the edge, and he smartly gets out of bounds, slides, stops the clock this time, brings it down to about the 5-yard line. Smart young man. wants to last in the league, the next level, you do slide.
And coaches, if you've been tuned in with us so far,
Penalty.
make sure you check out the ticker at the bottom of the screen. You can interact with us. Make sure you check out the players. If you click on the link to the player, you can actually pull up their highlight tape from Huddle. If you don't have a Huddle account, make sure you sign up. Check out some of these athletes, not only today, but tomorrow. Throughout the week, you'll be able to re-watch this broadcast, and make sure you check out, we'll get those names to you. Make sure you check out these players outside of the broadcast.
Another 15-yard penalty, Ryan, on the Falcons. That makes almost 100 yards in personal fouls, let alone the other ones. They were first and goal. Now they're first and goal from about the 30-yard line, and that isn't good. Stanley's back to throw. He's looking to his left-hand side, and he's got a receiver over the middle, making it over to the right-hand side. That looks like it was number 20. That was Robert Foy. They still have second down and forever. Actually, they could get a first down at the 1-inch line.
I wouldn't doubt it either. You can feel the motivation right now on the offensive side, and I think they're pretty determined right now to get in the end zone.
It's second down and goal from about the 34-yard line. Sorry, the 24-yard line. Stanley is set back with a single back in the backfield, trips to the left-hand side. He's looking to the right-hand side. He's got a receiver wide open over there.
That's Imani Spence on the reception. That's his go-to.
Down to about the 9-yard line.
Impact player of the game. Both of them. Imani Spence, number 81, 6'3", 190 pounds, college coaches. He's getting looks. Georgia, Auburn, UM, undeclared. He's wide open, and he's looking for more offers.
Well, we're coming inside of 3 minutes.
And the person getting him the ball, Ryan Stanley, wouldn't say it was one of his best games tonight. Make sure you check him out. 6'2", 185 pounds.
11-yard line. Stanley with the ball. Third and goal. Big series of plays. They've got to score. Ryan gets him off the line of scrimmage. He's giving signals to his wideout. He throws it to him real quick one over the middle. That's a touchdown. Quick slant. Did you see the communication between Stanley and his man?
And there's no penalties on the play.
Stanley and Spence, outstanding communication on Ryan Stanley's part. Sat there and gave him the signal to come inside. He saw the single coverage, playing off 5 or 6 yards, puts it in the end zone. It's a tie ball game, folks.
It is tied up. All they have to do is kick this in. I think they're calling a timeout on the play.
Yep, Falcons are going to call a timeout. And I'll tell you what, boy, that was something else.
Wow.
Showed that young man character, patience. That was Ryan Stanley driving that ball.
And this home crowd is fired up here in Falcon Stadium at Flanagan High School. Very exciting. You talk about taking their time. You know, that's an understatement when they say, you know, we start off slow.
There's Ryan Stanley on the sideline.
Taking them until the fourth quarter. Fix this clock for you. Taking them a while.
Well, I told Stanley when I saw him on the sidelines when we were doing warm-up, I said, I've seen you on the show. I've heard a lot about you. I've seen your stats. Now, show me. Well, that was definitely a show me.
Did he put it through? And it's up and it's good. Falcons, they take the lead over the Gators.
1 point lead. Falcons may remain undefeated in District 8A football.
Wow.
That was an excellent series of plays by the young man, Ryan Stanley.
And Imani Spence, the wide receiver, The past 2 scores have been from Stanley to Spence.
Can the Falcons hold? Can the Falcons hold the Gators?
That is the question.
That hard driving, pounding offense, did it bring enough energy into that defense to close out this game and remain undefeated? Well, folks, we're going to find out in the next 2 minutes and 3/4. And let's see what this young team has.
I'm excited to see what Coach Taylor's put together right now.
He's got plenty of experience to let him know that it's an Everglades team is a very young team as well. And we'll see if the defense of the Falcons can rise to the occasion, or if Art Taylor can take that offense 2 minutes plus, bring it down, score. And there's your kick return right up the middle.
Oh no.
Breaks it to the outside.
Number 11, Kelvin Marion, wide receiver DB junior, almost taking it around the end.
My goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Everglades fans going crazy over there. This is a game. I got goosebumps. Let's get this thing in. Little over 2 minutes. This is a football game. South Florida style. Pembroke Pines, Florida. Art Taylor, what are your offense? Bring him out. Ehrlich back in.
He is not in.
Not in.
Kentrell's back at quarterback, I believe.
It's going to be different. Kentrell's back to throw. He's going to throw a screen, but he throws the ball down into the dirt. I'll make it 2nd down and 10. I'm not sure this young man's taking a lot of snaps at practice.
I'm not sure either.
That's got to be a heartbreaker to lose your quarterback into the game. Although they've been running the ball perfect. Kentrell can hand the ball off.
He can. I mean, that's the majority of this game. They've been pounding the rock. It has gotten them where they are right now. What will they do?
A little confusion in the backfield.
And as I'm looking over to the sideline, I see the quarterback. He looks like he's getting warmed up to kick the ball.
Kentrell takes out, he flushes out of the pocket, but he's going to be taken down there for no gain.
I believe that's Elric over there, number 8 on the sideline. He looks like he's walking around fine. I don't believe he's injured, but it almost looks like he was warming up to kick a field goal. Don't know why they pull him out of the game if he's not injured.
Art Taylor calls a quick timeout to stop the clock this time. And, you know, it's unusual for Art Taylor to stop the clock, but with 3rd down and about 8 yards, more importantly, they've got about 62 yards to get to the end zone or get the ball in position. Well, you know what? Ehrlich is their kicker, too.
You're right.
So they've got to score 6 points here to make this their game, and it's going to be very difficult with a 2nd-string quarterback, but you never know.
Well, I'm keeping my eye out over on that Gator sideline. I'm watching Elric, and he's messing with his helmet. He's running back and forth, and I don't know. They might throw him back in this game.
3rd down and 8 yards. Got movement. Got number 11 out here, number 15 getting ready to run a wheel route. Simon Burhane. It's going to be 5 yards, backing him up even farther. It's falling apart right now for the Gators. You've got a new quarterback in there, a new cadence. All the Falcons have to do now is sit back and let them back them up, throw that pink out on the Gators.
The Gators have come a long way to end up in this position right now.
Kentrell back, empty set. He looks around. He's going to be sacked down in there. A host of Falcons, number 52, 15, and 91.
'15 is also Chris Keel. Well, it's Chris Keel. Also,
91, Dante Williams.
Also plays on the offensive side of the ball.
Big defensive stand. This is it. 4th down. This is it for the Gators.
Wow.
If they can hold them here, this game can be in the bag, and the Falcons could remain 6-0 in district play and remain number 1 in 8A. Wow, what a turnaround, Ryan. They were down by 8 points going into half.
Absolutely. I mean, this is. Like
What did you say earlier? That extra point.
Oh man, we talked about this earlier, and that extra point, that first extra point they didn't get. Oh, you talk about coming back to haunt you. That is exactly what it has done. Flanagan Falcons up by 1 point over the Gators right now, and I'm telling you, it is going. If they don't win this game, which there's always time, still got 1:41 left on the clock. There's always time left on the clock. Still got a chance, but if they don't win this game, that extra point is going to haunt them.
Actually, they missed 2 extra points. Remember, they went for 2 and got 2. So
that's correct.
You know, I think that had something to do with Ehrlich being injured. Here we go. Gendrell looks over the left-hand side. It's incomplete. It's going to be 4th down.
And I don't know. I mean, he's out there throwing the ball, but you haven't seen him take any snaps all game. He hasn't thrown a ball all game.
Actually, it was 4th down right there. That's a turnover and downs, and this could be it. All Ryan has to do is run this clock out or maybe punch another one in. But regardless, the Gators do not have their starting quarterback back in the lineup. Wow, what a turnaround. And yes, those extra points, special teams, are so important. Stanley brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Unorthodox, tight offensive set. Single back in the backfield. 2 wide receivers out wide left and wide right. Single coverage. We've got just under 2 minutes. And he's going to kneel down. My goodness.
Victory formation.
He's going to kneel down. I guess they believe they got enough. I guess Everglades is out of timeouts because they're not stopping the clock. And they have enough plays to run this thing out. What a turnaround. Falcons remaining undefeated, 6-0. First time probably in the school's history to be number 1 8A, and you've got a very young team in there. And what a power offense Everglades brought out, and losing their quarterback into the 4th quarter. A big loss, and that may have affected his extra points. Stanley will kneel on the ball again, and they're going to run this clock out. And their Falcons are going to take this into the locker room with a victory, a 21-20 victory, and a great one that they will have learned a whole lot from this game, Ryan.
I think they're going to give them one more play. If not, they're going to wrap this thing up. But what a outstanding victory for the Falcons right now. Everglades coming out early on, pounding the rock, taking it to the house, taking the lead, and Falcons trailing behind, but coming out, Ryan Stanley, quarterback, to Imani Spence twice later on in the game. Definitely.
It's like they stopped the clock, delay of game. They're going to get 2 more plays. It's 3rd down. This game is essentially over. It's going to back them up 5 more yards and add more to their penalty yardage. But I'm really impressed with these young men, especially Ryan Stanley. Being able to maintain his composure and come back to that game and bring those Falcons back. And now they're going to call a timeout. And I'm not sure why they're calling a timeout.
I'm not sure either.
They could run that thing out, kneel it down again, and kneel it down. They won't even have to kneel it down twice.
Right.
3rd down.
With this win, I know it keeps this Falcon team going. It's a great win for them. They still have a lot of work to do. Too many penalties tonight on both sides of the ball. And if I had a flag, I'd probably throw a couple penalties on these refs for taking too long. But, you know, it's a young team. I know Coach Bush and that coaching staff and Coach Art Taylor and his coaching staff, they're going to take care of that.
They won't get away with this with Miramar. It'll be a good lesson. They'll be able to take it back in the locker room. A great victory, a great come from behind. They maintained their composure, which was very important, and being able to maintain their composure and come back and not have a loss after those really stupid penalties. A lot of personal fouls. The Falcons are going to be able to take this one at home, a victory, and they take it and they won it, and they remain undefeated. Coach Bush, Ryan Stanley, and the rest of the Falcons 6-0 in district play and remain number 1 in the district. I'm Glenn Stout with Ryan Stout I want to thank you for being with us tonight, live at Falcon Stadium in Pembroke Pines for High School Sports Primetime. This is Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation and Hspn bringing it to you live. We'll see you next week, folks. See you next week. Booker T. Washington at Traz Powell, and they'll be playing Northwestern, and we'll see you then.
You're watching high school football on HSPN.
He's going to snap, punt it. He's at the 50, to the 40. He's out his feet.